Here we are, it's Saturday, and we're with our wonderful pilgrims, and our troops are fired up for the Lord. Be not afraid, we are on our way for another day. Say good morning.
Good morning.
Dzień dobry.
Oh,
right.
dobrze.
Awesome, and Father is going to open up us in prayer, I believe.
Yes. We haven't done this on this bus yet, I don't think. I'll say the prayers in Polish, and you can silently in English. I'll start with Our Father, Hail Mary, and Glory be, okay? In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Ojcze nasz, któryś jest w niebie, święć się imię Twoje, przyjdź królestwo Twoje, bądź wola Twoja, jako w niebie, tak i na ziemi. Chleba naszego powszedniego daj.
Hi, it's the Johnsons. This is day 7. We're really having a great time here in Krakow. The whole trip has been wonderful. We want to say a shout out to our children, Aaron and Ryan and their families, and our 7 grandchildren.
And to our Father Tom Bollop at St. John's of Little Canada, and all of our friends that are watching our videos every day. We're having a wonderful time. Thank you. Thank you.
Dad, Mom, I wish you were here. Thank you for the Polish heritage.
Also want to say hi to Therese and Ross and Noah, as well as Tommy and Sarah, Daniel, Bobby, Leighton, can't forget Leighton, and I'll throw in a hello to Nikki also. And be proud of your Polish heritage. We've learned a lot. We can't wait to tell you all about it.
But a very meaningful place, not only for the Polish people, all Polish people, but especially those of us who have been called by Christ to come and follow me, to go out into the world and to fish for men and women, to go out and
Hi Grandma and Grandpa, we love you from Poland, miss you.
Hi Mom and Dad, we're in front of St. Stanislaus Church. We've had grunkies and pierogies and cherry vodka. We can't wait to see you and tell you about our trip. Love you.
I know I got shoes like that here, but I can't wear them. Yeah.
We're on our way to the city of Nowa Huta, which is a city built by the communists without a church to be the perfect economic Polish communist city, the progressive, but the Poles would have nothing of it, and so they defied the Communist Party, and they built a cross, and it got torn down, and they built a cross. These are the homes. They're utilitarian. Everybody has a small apartment. This is the kind they built the whole city with for the 120,000 workers. Here we are arriving at the church, which they built with their own hands. This is the city of Nowa Huta, where the communists were building a city to be pure communism with no God, no church, no cross, pure communist city. But the people under Archbishop Karol Wauwatosa built this church. They were total defiance against the communists. All the people brought, there's millions and millions of stones and rocks in this. They brought it themselves. They built this with their hands in total defiance against the communists. I love being here because of that attitude they had. God is first, even if we have to do it ourselves with our own hands. Very symbolically, the church was built in the shape of a boat, and on the top you have the crown of Mary and the cross of Christ. Mary, Queen of Poland. People brought these stones in their handbags. They estimate between 2 to 3 million, and they built this church with their bare hands from stones all over Poland. Never know what you're going to find here in Krakow in the town square. Steve right here, fearless leader of this group of 70 pilgrims, and here they all come. There's Olga. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Steve. Having fun? Hi. Hi, Tampa Bay.
Look at that great group.
Hi, Steve.
And there's Alex, the other guy, bringing up the rear. We are leaving Market Square in Krakow right now, and we are heading to a very different kind of place, to Auschwitz, to honor all of those who died during the Nazi regime.
On us and on the whole world, for the sake of his sorrowful passion.
Have mercy on us and on the whole world.
For the sake of his sorrowful passion.
Have mercy on us and on the whole world.
For the sake of his sorrowful passion.
Have mercy on us and on the whole world.
For the sake of his sorrowful passion.
Have mercy on us and on the whole world.
For the sake of his sorrowful passion.
Have mercy on us and on the whole world.
For the sake of his sorrowful passion.
And elsewhere. Detection of phenol, by starvation, by being beaten to death. Many were the ways. We succeeded in giving the German.
This is the selection process. To the left of the camp, to the right. Death or camp. This is commemorating Maximilian Kolbe, who gave his life for another, and it took place right here in block number 11. We just went down in the basement there where the death cells were. Some, they suffocated them with no air. 4 people put in a 1 meter, that's 3 foot by 3 foot overnight after working all day, night after night until they died. This is where they did medical experiments, and it's just hard to see all this, and I've got a lot of pictures I'll put up of Kolbe's cell right now. This is an image of the Gestapo coming to arrest Maximilian and leading him away from his city to the camp. Here's an actual photo of all of him and his brothers that are being led away. And here he's given his uniform and put in Auschwitz concentration camp, where he would still pray and celebrate Mass and serve the prisoners, even though he was being starved. Then one day they were all in a big gathering like this, and a man was condemned to die, and Maximilian Kolbe stepped forward and offered to die in his place. The camp guard said, "Who are you? Why should you do this?" And they put him in a starvation chamber, and in 2 weeks he died. They gave him poison. This is the actual hallway of his cell. These are the doors in that hallway, and this is actually a couple of pictures I was able to take inside the very cell where Maximilian Kolbe was starved to death with other men for 2 weeks and finally given a fatal shot because he wasn't dying. And here's what we all know happened, that he was taken up right to heaven as a martyr to be with his Lord. Here are some images to show what happened. People being walked in, told they were going to be taking a shower and being disinfected, and they had to go completely naked, remove all their clothes after the 4 or 5 days on a train, and then they were all walked into the gas chamber, and the gas was let in through the ceiling, and here are some of the actual cans of gas that they still have. This is us going into the Auschwitz gas chamber, and they could kill 1,000 people at a time in a room like this, and they didn't know what was happening. And afterwards they would put them in these ovens, incinerators. And people said that the ashes would fall all over, and they'd even have ashes falling on them in the camp and outside. And they're just the barbed wire and the electricity and the firing squads, and here I am standing where they would line men up and shoot them up against this back wall. After leaving the main Auschwitz camp, we went to Birkenau, which was just across a field, and this was 10 times bigger. Auschwitz, 20 acres. This is 200 acres. You can see where the train came and bring the prisoners in. It was just a horrendous death camp, and this is very sobering for all of us to see and experience, because we're losing the freedoms in our own country, and Christians are increasingly around the world being targeted and persecuted. And we can't say this will never happen again. We arrived back in Krakow after about an hour and 20 minutes and saw a lot of beautiful things along the way. It's gorgeous countryside, nice and green. And we arrived back in the old square where we let people have the rest of the evening free to go out and find cafes and bars, whatever they're looking for, go to the churches to pray and get a good night's sleep. And tomorrow is a free morning, and then we go to the salt mines.